Morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. I'm Nic Harcourt, your host for the show. It seemed like a couple of years ago we saw Damon Gough almost every week. Well, it was every couple of months or whatever, wasn't it? How you doing, mate?
Oh, okay, thanks, Nick.
You spent a little bit of time in Los Angeles, I seem to remember, and we did see you quite often. It's been a couple of years in between records. Welcome back.
Well, if I came too often, it wouldn't be as much of a pleasure, I'm sure. I'm surprised you had me back once more anyway.
Well, you got a new record out, which we like a lot, so we figured it was time to invite you back to play, and it's the first time that you've been back in LA for a couple of years as well, right?
It's more or less exactly 2 years, yeah, since the last record we've toured here, yeah.
Could I get you to introduce the guys in the studio with you this morning?
Yeah, we've got Steve on keyboards, Steve, tour manager, who plays in the band as well, Sean on the bass, and Alex on the drums, who were here last time, and Cameron's a new addition playing guitar.
It's good if you can get the tour manager to play an instrument as well, so he can hump his own gear, right? Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw it over to you. We'll talk about the album and whatever else has been going on in the last couple of years. After a set, it's Badly Drawn Boy on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
3, 4...
Then you see it happen again, the world turned over. Wouldn't it be something to live your life on Mars? Or the least demanding of some kind of masquerade. I never ever believed in things uncertain, hanging round the corner just when you start doing time. In the case of I, mine, me and mine, October 1969. Where were you in 76, the long hot summer? You wanna be a rebel, then turn your hose pipes on. With 2 years to wait for the sound of Jilted John. Virginia Wade was winning our hearts. She made us want to live. Vicious and his brothers were trying to set us free. But much more than this, to you and me, it was the Silver Jubilee. We made something out of nothing, a sense of loathing and belonging. Some of us were gonna be rich with the Iron Lady. Lennon's gone already, let's post the boys to war. Oh mother, what are you worrying for? It's somewhere he's not been before. And then you see the Union Jack, and it means nothing, but somehow you know that you will find your own way. It's a small reminder every day that I was born in the UK.
Thank you. This next song's called The Journey from A to B. It's off the new album too. That went well.
Distance from heaven to hell. How we will do, only time will tell. Oh, when will you stop worrying? What anyone says doesn't mean a thing. Just tell me you're feeling it, that you're not disbelieving it. I'll pay you in kind or in silver and gold. I want to ignore all the stories I'm told. Make me an offer I cannot refuse. You know if I win, then that means you lose. You say you believe in it, that you're not feeling it. But dwelling on the memories is such a waste of energy. It's simple when you see it in front of you. On walls in bedrooms, hold your head up higher. And don't tell me you're not strong enough. If our journey's over, I hope you feel that I'm the one. Only time will tell. But just say you'll be loving me for an eternity. Oh, I feel tired of all these games. Everywhere everything is the same. Tell me you promise you might come with me on the start of a journey from A to B. I'll be happy to carry you, even though I know I haven't got the strength to hold you. I need you more than ever before. If our journey's over, I hope that you will find someone who will love you more. And now not for the first time, what I want might not be mine. If you say you won't come along, then I know I can't go it alone.
Okay. Thank you. This is another song off the new album. It's called The Degrees of Separation. I'm a bit shaken by this. 2, 3, 4.
Figure out the past through photographs they took while we were young. Even though there's no way out, we'll find one. We're the love-struck ones, the degrees of separation closing. Look who just walked in. A finger on the pulse is not enough to show who's wrong from right. You know it's gonna be a long drive, not an easy ride. The degrees of separation closing. Look who just walked in. The lights on. If you're the last one alive, there's too many strangers on this long, lonely drive. I'll be by your side, believe me. Now no one knows the year you're from the past. You look like you're alive. You know it's gonna be a long drive, not an easy ride. The degrees of separation closing. Look who just walked in. I kept the photograph upon the dash. It helped me realize that it didn't have to be a long drive, but an easy ride. The degrees of separation closing. We're alone again. On. If you're the last one alive, leave the lights on. If you're the last one alive.
Cool. Okay, we've time for one more in this little slot, I think. I'm going to do an older one now. Slightly older song. Starts with Cameron on the acoustic guitar. He's just adjusting, changing instruments. It's a song off the Have You Fed the Fish album, which was made in LA with Tom Rothrock. Just filling in here. You right, Cam? Okay.
All possibilities are landing at my feet. There's nothing I can see but possibilities. All the colours are changing in my eyes. Your hopes are all fading, that will never do. You're seeing the world through cynical eyes. Well, I'm seeing the world through the eyes of somebody new. Look, there's a hope left, there's a dream still in my heart. Look past the answers, there's a chance that there's no rule book for this love. All possibilities are landing at my feet. There's nothing I can see but possibilities. And all the colours are changing in my eyes. Your hopes are all fading, that will never do. You're seeing the world through cynical eyes. Well, I'm seeing the world through the eyes of somebody new. Oh, there's a hope left, there's a dream still in my heart. Look past the answers, there's a chance that there's no rule book for this love. Well, I'm thinking of you and the things you do to me that make me love you. Now I'm living in ecstasy. Yeah, you, the things you do to me that make me love you. Now I'm living in ecstasy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you.
Cheers.
Morning becomes eclectic. It's 89.9 KCRW. Our guest in studio, Damon, is also known as Badly Drawn Boy. Welcome back.
Thanks, Nick.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. It was a good place to finish, actually, with that song, because it sort of gets me a place to start talking about the last time that you were here in Los Angeles, where you worked on a couple of records, and including the soundtrack to About a Boy, of course. And you mentioned working with Tom Rothrock. And then, as I said at the beginning, you've been back in England, back home for a couple of years. Tell us what's been going on.
Well, I've sort of been, since the last US tour, which was the end of 2004, sort of had the Christmas holiday and then started to write songs for this new album. And it took till about June till we started recording, but I made a whole record which didn't come out, and then it just didn't feel like the right record to put out. So I invested a lot of time in that.
Well, tell us about that, because I was hearing that there was a time when you were like, I'm going to do a record every year. And was that what was going on with that? And then you realized perhaps it wasn't
I don't know, really.
what you wanted?
It was just doable. It was very achievable to get another record out, and I wanted to get another record out, but it didn't seem to be the right one. So I went back in the studio and started demoing songs with Sean and Alex, really, in every day from September to December-ish. And I was just kind of recklessly trying to write a song a day then. I'm always setting myself some stupid challenges, and that was one of them. So
Do you know why? Or why'd you set yourself a challenge like that? I'm going to write a song a day.
I just don't think I'm that fulfilled with what I do, so I'm constantly searching for the next best song. And
Right.
so at least it makes me prolific, but it can also be reckless and pointless, and you need to find focus in order to make a record that works. So we had all these demos that filling my iPod up with about 100 new songs before Christmas, and then I got Nick Franklin from Lemon Jelly to come in and produce, and then it took another 6 months to record another 30 odd songs, and then this record came out.
Did any of the songs that you recorded for the album that didn't come out make it onto this album in another form?
Yeah, we totally re-recorded Degrees of Separation, which is one of the songs we just played. That was around last year in a different guise, and a song called The Time of Times on the new album was done in a different way last year as well.
Did you really sort of sit down and think, I need to spend more time on this, rather than, as you said, I got to do an album a year, I got to do a song a day? Was it just time to sort of step back? And if so, why exactly? It seems like, you were saying to me when we just met that, you sort of challenge yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of in the middle of my career, I suppose, or maybe not. Hopefully, it's not in the middle yet. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, because if it's in the middle, you're done in about another 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, that could be the case. This was kind of a comeback album in a way.
Why would you call it a comeback album? Just because you've been away for a couple of years?
Yeah, just because I've been away, and in that few years, a lot's changed in the industry, I think. And people like me are considered the old guard, and it's difficult to keep yourself in touch with your fans and things like that. So there was a lot of challenges going on this record, and it was the first one for EMI as well, and an album that didn't come out, all that stuff going on.
What about personally? What's been going on for you for the last couple of years?
Just the same old. I've not really...
How many kids you got now?
Still just the two, as far as I know. I've got
Yeah. Two of the world, two as far as I know.
No, I shouldn't say that.
No, you really shouldn't. But anyway,
well, just Edie and Oscar, they're getting on a bit. Edie's going to be 6 in December, and Oscar's nearly 5.
Right.
So, yeah, they're doing really well. I just spoke to Edie just before I came on air, and they're both watching Grease at the minute.
The movie?
Yeah, they love it.
Excellent. The Olivia Newton-John. Maybe you could do a Olivia Newton cover before you. I'm joking. Well, listen, man, it's always good to have you back. This is a little tour you're doing this time around, right?
Yeah, just a little short trip.
2 nights in L.A. Is it good to be back in town?
Yeah, I have to say it is. We came back last night. We flew from San Francisco, got in fairly late, but it was nice to see Sunset Strip again, and It's a view I'm so familiar with and spent a lot of time here, so it's good to be back.
I seem to remember one time you were here a couple of years ago, you were playing at the El Rey and you were staying on Sunset Strip and you couldn't get back because there'd been some shooting on the strip or something.
Yeah, we were caught in
that?
some crossfire in some street or other. Yeah,
Well, it's the Troubadour tonight, so it's not that far to get back to the hotel.
that's true. I've never played the Troubadour. I've never even been to the Troubadour to see a gig.
I didn't know that.
No, weirdly enough, even spending a good lot of time in LA, I've never been to that venue, and I know it's a really good place.
A legendary venue as well. I was there Saturday night. Lily Allen was in town, so we went and saw her on Saturday night.
Lily's following us everywhere. She's either 2 days ahead or 2 days behind us.
She was a couple of days ahead this time.
She's crackers as well.
Yeah, she's kind of nuts, right?
Mm.
Yeah, we're hoping she'll be here soon so we can share some of that with the audience. But listen, I'm going to throw it back to you. 2 nights at the Troubadour. We're going to give away some tickets to one of those shows, I believe, right? And we'll talk about the record as well. We'll give away some copies of the CD. I'll throw it back to you and the band. It's Badly Drawn Boy on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
Just need to switch my lyric. I'm still can't remember all the words to old songs, and some of these new ones I've got to just switch these lyrics.
That's all right. I have lots of pieces of paper here. I can't remember the station ID. I've been here 8.5 years. I know it begins with KCRW.
What song were we going to do next? Was it You Were Right? Oh, okay. So that's just you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or should we do it the other way around?
What do you want to do?
Let's do it the other way around.
Okay, what's that?
Let's do One Last Dance. Sorry.
Okay.
This isn't my smoothest production ever on KCRW. But, so this is a song, it's the last song on the new album. It's called One Last Dance.
As we lay here tonight, please forgive me, girl, if I say the future's not bright. But please take my hand, we'll have one last dance in the place where we first met eyes. Holy City Zoo, I recall the name of the place where I first saw you. With your eyes so kind and your smile so bright, I just wanted to take you home. Where you go, I wanna go. What you do, I wanna do. I'll be your Troy Donahue if you'll be my Sandra Dee. It's a trivial pursuit, but I know if I follow my heart, I'll be with you. But please understand, I am just a man, and I need you to take me home. We're together now. Wanna change my shoes so I feel like you somehow. Need to breathe your breath and caress your dress. Be with you for quite some time. I'll take you where you wanna go. Tell me where I wanna know, and I will just go with the flow as long as I'm there with you. Are the kids okay? Didn't find the time to give you a call today, but my heart's with yours. I am keeping score of the things that I have done wrong. Another funeral, all the people I know are beginning to fade away. And I have to say that at least today it's beginning to get me down. To this day I'm loving you. We know what we wanna do. I am your Troy Donahue, and you are my Sandra Dee. Now I know you well, I still love you, adore you, I need you more than then. With your eyes still kind and your smile still bright, I still want to take you home. And I will do all that I can. You're my woman, I'm your man. If we still don't have a plan, we'll listen to thunder roll.
This next song's another older one off the Have You Fed the Fish season. It's called You Were Right.
And you were right to bide your time and not buy into my misery. Well, the good things are never free. Do the colors of the rainbow look the same to everyone? And I was rushing round in circles for a reason to believe. Wipe the slime from off your sleeve. You could follow me for weeks, and I'm not going anywhere. But sometimes it's hard to love someone until the day that they are gone. And I just had a dream the other night. I was married to the Queen, and Madonna lived next door. I think she took a shine to me, and the kids were all grown up. But I had to turn her down, 'cause I was still in love with you. I'm turning Madonna down, I'm calling it my best move. I'll get her tickets to what she needs. And I remember doing nothing on the night Sinatra died, and the night Jeff Buckley died, and the night Kurt Cobain died, and the night John Lennon died. I remember I stayed up to watch the news with everyone. That was a lot of nights, and that was a lot of lives who lost the tickets to what they need. And I was busy finding answers while you just got on with real life. Always hoped you'd be my wife, but I never found the time for the question to arrive. I just disguised it in a song. And songs are never quite the answer, just a soundtrack to a life that is over all too soon. Helps to turn the days to night, while I was wrong and you were right. This was a lesson learned. I'm happy to be your fool and get you tickets to what you need. Turning the lights down low, I'm ready to make my move. I'll get you tickets to what you need. So I have to go over the piano now.
All right, well,
Switched off.
while Damon's going across to the piano, we're going to remind you you're listening to Morning Becomes Eclectic at KCRW Santa Monica. And tonight and tomorrow night, KCRW presents Badly Drawn Boy at the Troubadour. We have 5 pairs of tickets for our subscribers to go to the show that's happening at the Troubadour tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Our winners will also receive an autographed copy of the new album Born in the UK. If you've not won anything from us in the last 90 days, call us with your member number at 877-600-KCRW. That's 877-600-5279. Tickets and CDs available to our subscribers only on a first-come, first-served basis. Have you got headphones back on again, mate?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
heading in the corner now, Nick.
So we just did our giveaway, and we got about 7 or 8 minutes left. So I don't know how you're fixed for songs in there, but I'll throw it back to you.
Thank you very much. This is another new song. It's called Promises.
I promise you will get old. I promised you everything to protect you wherever you go. I'll give you this diamond ring. Just promise you will remember that promises last forever, right up to the dying embers of a fire that burns so slow. It's a different day every day. Don't want you to walk alone, but how will we carry on when all of these things are gone? Just promise you will remember. A promise should last forever, still after the dying embers of a fire that burns so slowly. beautiful thing to do. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Remember, I do love you. Have courage in what you say. Promise you will remember. And promises last forever. Still after the dying embers of a fire that burns so slowly. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Wishing today was yesterday. Yes, sometimes you just have to walk away.
Morning becomes eclectic. It's KCRW. Damon, it's always good to see you.
And you, Nick, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. 2 nights at the Troubadour. Going to give away some tickets in just a moment's time. And when are we going to see you back next, do you think?
I believe something like around February for a proper full...
A more extended tour. All right, so we'll see you then. Thanks again.
Thanks again, Nick. Cheers.
Morning becomes eclectic as we wrap up our programme for the morning. My thanks to Damon, Badly Drawn Boy. We did the ticket giveaway already, didn't we? All right. Badly Drawn Boy, thank you so much. Dana Talley at Astroworks, Jenny Sperandeo as well. Welcome back. Ray Guiner, our sound engineer this morning. Andrew Thornton, Damon's sound engineer. Scott Silver was our sound intern. Jennifer Jensen, our web video producer. Candice Moyer, our production assistant in studio. Ariana Morgenstern produces our program and is 20 years old today. Pigeon John will be here tomorrow for a live in-studio set. This is subscriber-supported 89.9 KCRW Santa Monica, KCRI Indio Palm Springs, KCRU Oxnard Ventura, KCRY Mojave Antelope Valley. Handpicked music and NPR News, streaming and podcasting at kcrw.com. We are a community service of Santa Monica College.